Hey everyone, if you're looking for a way to haul your heavy mini electric dirt bikes or electric bicycles that are heavier than say 80 pounds, you might want to check out this double motorcycle carrier by VEVOR. This has a 600-pound weight limit rating on it. It has a pretty heavy duty steel bar down the center and aluminum ramps to make it a little bit lighter. But I'm going to show you putting these two mini electric dirt bikes on here, strapping it down, see how they fit, and show you the ramp that this thing comes with so you can get your bikes up on it easily. But make sure you watch to the end because this rack might not be for you depending on the type of car you want to put it on. And if you guys find this video helpful or enjoyable, please hit the like button, subscribe, share it, hit the hype button. That's all the things that helps my channel out. Now, all the bike racks I've reviewed in the past were for fat tire e-bikes. However, most of them have a weight rating anywhere between 65 and 85 pounds. And these mini electric dirt bikes weigh more than that, up to about 125 pounds with the batteries. Some of them I could take the batteries out easily, like the Tutio, but on the hay bike, it's kind of a pain in the butt to take that one out, so I'll probably leave it in. So that's why I wanted one of these double carriers so that me and my son can load them up and take them out to a local farm and ride around and have fun on them, which we're probably gonna be making videos about that as well. So if you guys wanna see these things in action, other than just the review that we did on them, make sure you stick around to check out those videos. But I'll put a link down below to VEVOR's website for this. It's about $250 to $60 currently. And if they can give me a coupon code to save you guys a few bucks, I'll put that down there as well. I do want to mention they did send this to me for testing and review, and I'll probably receive a small commission if you guys use that link, which is what helps support this channel and these videos. So I want to thank you guys in advance. But the assembly on this thing was super easy. You only have to put in about 16 bolts. You have the 4 bolts on each side of each one of these. These are steel brackets here, and then the aluminum rails mount down on the inside of there. Now, one thing I did notice that I would like to see a little different would have been bigger washers on the inside of these aluminum rails, and you can't tighten these bolts down too much because it'll start crushing this aluminum in. So bigger fender washers there would have been a nice touch, but we're going to use it as it's intended, the way it comes, see how it holds up. All right, first let's see how much this thing weighs. So about 55 pounds. So a little bit lighter than I thought, but still fairly heavy. I thought it was going to be around 75 pounds, but 55, not too bad. All right, guys, so now we got both bikes lined up on here before I mounted it to the car just to see how it would work. Figured it'd be a little easier this way. So we got the hay bike villain here on this side, but honestly, I'm going to have to probably put this bike closer to the car, which would be this side, so I'd have to reverse these. And that's because this one's going to be heavier with the battery installed, because it's a little bit of a pain to take this battery out. That one will take that battery out, which will make that bike lighter, so we'll keep that towards the outside of the vehicle, hanging further out. You want the one with more weight up against the car. But the hay bike villain wheelbase is just slightly longer. It looks like with the front wheel in where it is supposed to be, the back wheel lines up pretty good right there on that third hole in. But the Tutio, the wheelbase is a little bit shorter, so we have to keep it one space back from where the front wheel should be, and then the back wheel lines up perfectly with the second hole in from that side. If we were to put the Tutio front wheel in where it's supposed to be, the back wheel doesn't quite sit far enough back to fit in this hole perfectly. It would probably still work, but I think it's going to be better being back one rung. And with this rack, they do give you an anti-rattle bracket here, which is nice. I actually bought one of these for my e-bike rack. It definitely helps out a lot with shaking and jiggling around. You get 2 bars that go through the end of the rack for your front wheel. However, I don't think I'm going to be able to use this. The hitch pin, you get 8 straps, 4 for each bike. And then you get 8 of these, which goes around like the handlebars or forks or something. And then you attach the strap to this. Yeah, 55 pounds, not too bad if you carry it like this. It just gets awkward when it's straight. Let's get this installed here. We're gonna put this on back of a 2007 Honda CR-V. It would definitely be better on a truck. Keep in mind too, guys, that sometimes there's a weight rating on hitches, and sometimes it's not 600 pounds. I guarantee you I wouldn't be able to put, I don't think I'd be able to put 600 pounds on back of this car. It'd be squatting a lot. And this hitch is so rusty. There we go. All right, got that on. And one thing I noticed already is we'll measure it to show you how far this sticks back, but you want to watch going up any steep hills that you might drag that back into that, because it does come out of the hitch straight. It doesn't swoop up and then go back out. And that's probably for the strengthness of this to be strong enough to hold heavy bikes. Because you can see here, just with 175 pounds, how much the CR-V squatted. So ideally you would want to use this on the back of a truck so it doesn't squat so much. But I'm limited to CR-V right now because I had to get rid of my truck because the frame rotted out. But I'm not sure if I'll be able to carry 2 bikes on this, just because the CR-V might not be capable of handling the weight, so I might only be able to carry one, but it is nice to still be able to have 2 spots for 2 bikes if you have a heavy duty enough vehicle to put this on. And you can see without the anti-rattle hitch clip, see how that bike rack moves kind of back and forth. Now the way this anti-rattle clip goes on here, it goes underneath your hitch and then angles up to the bottom of this, and then this mount goes over like this. It secures it tight up to here so that it doesn't rattle around, and you can see how much more secure now. It's shaking the whole car instead of wiggling back and forth this way. Now it'll still move a little bit, and you want it to move, but whew, man, I don't know if I trust all that weight on back of this car. It's starting to get pretty rusty back here. It comes with a ramp here that mounts with these 2 quick screws here. So that's pretty nice for those heavy bikes. You don't have to pick them up. You could wheel them right up this ramp. That clips on there like that, and then you could wheel the bike right up on. Makes it pretty nice for loading. That's probably where I'll put the first bike. Actually, not bad. It didn't really drop it too much. The bike back here probably will make it sag quite a bit more though. So let's get this one strapped up and see how the other one fits. And you get holes right here for your strap for the back bike. You get 2 brackets here. This goes to this bike. This mount goes to this one. Then there's also a mount here for this side of the bike. I've seen in some reviews online how they said they were missing that mount. This rack wasn't missing it, so maybe it was just a fluke, or maybe they updated the rack, but it has all the mounting points that it needs. And now the Tutio. All right, so that's probably where we're gonna have to have it. It's supposed to be there. I don't know, maybe we'll still try to mount it down there. So depending on your wheelbase is going to depend how well they mount on there. What's nice about the Tutios is the battery is very easy to remove, make the weight a little bit lighter. But that's going to make a nice difference here being on the back. Now the way I strapped the Tutio down, I ran those little pieces they give you around the frame here before I put the seat back on, and then attached the strap to that. I felt like that was the best option. One thing you don't have to worry about the straps being too long though. Look how long these straps are. Honestly, they should have just made these straps half as long and twice as thick. Would have used the same material, but they would have been stronger. Now they do seem pretty strong, but this is crazy that they give you such long straps to mount these down. I guess better longer than shorter. You can always cut them down if you need to. All right, we got them loaded up. We'll see how secure it is. I'm telling you guys, I've used so many straps on this. These bikes ain't going nowhere. You can see. Let's see how it works hitting a bump here. Oh, it hit there. That's what you gotta watch. Now the total weight on here currently is 217 pounds. And the problem is the car suspension, you can see how it's compressed there. It's not very good for all that extended weight off the back end. Like I said, you would probably want to use a truck, would be a lot better, a lot more ideal for this than the bike rack, because when it scraped before, it was when the suspension bounced, when she was pulling out of the driveway. So plenty of room right here, right now, on level, about 8 inches clearance. But you really gotta watch, like going uphill. Let's see, might get kind of close here. Yeah, it's scraped there, so you're gonna have to watch being on a vehicle like this. Like I said, ideally you're gonna want the vehicle to set higher than this. But very secure there as far as the bikes go being secured to the rack. You just need a hitch that's higher than what we have here. All right guys, so there you can see the bikes are on there really steady. They don't really shake much. The rack don't shake much. Nice, except this car is a little bit too low to the ground. For some measurements here, you can see how the suspension's compressed on there because, like I said, it's not a heavy duty vehicle and the hitch is too low. I didn't realize that at first when I got this rack, but up here coming off the back of the car, we got about 9 3/4 inches to the bottom of the tube. Coming out of the hitch, right where it goes into the hitch, all the way to the back of the rack, about 4.5 inch to the very, very back. And on the back here on level ground, we got about 7.25 to 7.5 inches. So about 7.25 inches here. But like I said, once the suspension compresses on the vehicle, if you hit a bump or you're going up a hill, you can see it goes down pretty low, maybe 4 inches, because the suspension on the car is just too weak for this. But that's 217 pounds. Like I said, the rack, this is no flaw of the rack. It's a flaw of the vehicle that I have it installed on. But very nice the way these bikes mount on there. The hay bike fits nice as it should with the front wheel here, and the back wheel lines up good. This bike, we had to keep back one rung so that it fit down in each of these. Now, depending on your bike, you might have a different length and might need to modify the rails there for it to fit right, but it worked great for these two. I do like how the rack mounts on here. And these straps are so super long. I rolled them up and put zip ties on them, and I'll just leave them like this. You can cut them if you want. I prefer to leave them longer. And then on some of the long ones, I actually wrapped back around through, like down through here, up. And then I grabbed a few extra ratchets and put one on each just as extra security. So these bikes are not gonna go nowhere, guys. I mean, look at that. They're on there good, shaking the whole car. So they're not going nowhere. They're mounted securely. But you do want to make sure when you mount these, you use 4 straps at least for each bike, one coming down off the front on each side and one on the back on each side. Don't try to do it with just one strap on the back and one on the front, because then the bike's going to want to fall. But you do get a tie down here for your 2 straps. You get 2 of them here, and you can actually fit 3 straps in the hole, as you can see how I have that one there. So you get 1 for each side here, and then you get 1 in the back here for 2 hooks for your straps on this back side. But overall, guys, nice rack. No issues at all with the rack. With the assembly, it was super easy. The bike's mounted great. However, not sure I'm going to be able to use it on my vehicle just because of the suspension and how low it sits. So thanks for watching, everyone. If you're interested in one of these racks, I'll put the information down below so you guys can pick one up. Please consider using the link. If you like this video, consider subscribing. I'll see all of you around on the next one. Thanks for watching.